Hey, Alice, Nicole, Naomi, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the fourth trimester. I'm going to give you all of my rundown on what it was like, what it actually is, what my experience was, and where we are today. So stay tuned. So what exactly is the fourth trimester? So the 12 weeks after giving birth or delivery is what is referred to as the fourth trimester. Now it's the 12 weeks, and this past Friday made 12 weeks since I brought my baby Jay into the world and to join me on my life's journey. And I will admit, the past 12 weeks have been a huge roller coaster, a good roller coaster, and a tired roller coaster, but a very, very good roller coaster nonetheless. I learned a lot. There were things that I thought I knew that I found out otherwise. And one of those things was, as I've mentioned several times before on this channel, nursing. I thought it was automatic. I thought babies automatically latch. I thought your milk automatically came in. I thought you would be producing as long as your baby wanted to latch, and that's not what happened. So I had to end up combo feeding. And in the beginning, as his stomach grew by size, he would feed 2 ounces, 3 ounces, and now at 12 weeks, he's up to 4 ounces per bottle. And naturally, each size of stomach, I guess, or each size of serving brings longer sleep times in between each bottle. And with that, so the biggest factor about the fourth trimester is obviously adjusting to each other. I've never had a baby before. My baby has never had a mommy before. And the two of us meeting, and God put us in each other's lives. He chose me for my son and chose my son for me. So obviously adjusting to each other has been a huge factor in the overall shock of having a baby. So I don't know who knows this, but I also had to learn that babies' vision and eyesight, they're born with blurry vision. So your nipples get darker, all the things. And their vision gets clearer and clearer as week by week goes on. So your smell, the sound of your voice is what your baby recognizes you as his mom, or of course his dad. So me and my baby, a lot of people like to refer to babies as Velcro babies. I like to call myself a Velcro mommy. I mean, I love him dearly, obviously, but I did wait 20 years out of high school to have a baby because a lot of my life was established before I had a child. So for me, this shock isn't coming from I had him young and we grew up together. My shock is coming from I went so long without a kid. Now I have to adjust to having a baby. And of course, he has to adjust to me. What I smell like, what I sound like, what I feel like to him. I am his safe space. When he's asleep, when he's tired, when he's hungry, it's all me. Yes, he has fallen asleep on everyone's chest. His dad, my sister. He's fallen asleep, my mom. He's fallen asleep on everyone's stomach. However, I am ultimately his mother, and he, in his little self, is obviously adjusting to me as well. The sound of my voice, the smell of my skin, the sound of my heart beating, or the feeling of my heart beating when he's laying on my chest in order to fall asleep. And it has been a big adjustment for the both of us, especially me, obviously. But it's a good adjustment. It's an adjustment I wanted, and I tried to mentally prepare myself for it. And again, it's been 12 weeks. I am praying for a lifetime to go, but this first 12 weeks was definitely one for the books. So now on to my newborn sleep routine. So yes, there are a lot of wake windows, which I'll get into further in this video. However, the routine that I established from birth to 12 weeks is when he is asleep, especially in the beginning, when he's asleep, once he starts fussing, I try not to break his sleep, and I try to change his diaper, feed him a bottle, burp him, and put him back to bed. 9 times out of 10, that does work, and it doesn't break his sleep. He knows it's me, obviously, because of how I smell. He has the cutest little stretch and just so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. So he has the cutest little stretch, and he makes his face and his lips a certain way. He doesn't even open his eyes. I change his diaper as quickly as possible, and I feed him his bottle, and he drinks while he's sleeping. and I put him over my shoulder to burp him. Sometimes he lets out a little baby poot, but as long as the gas comes out, I'm not complaining. And I put him right back on his stomach in his crib to go back to sleep. And yes, I am a huge fan of babies sleeping on their stomachs or newborns sleeping on their stomachs. It avoids flat head. It helps them develop their muscles to roll over or to flip on their back, or even to learn to crawl early. It stretches their leg muscles, their back muscles, their arm muscles, their little neck muscles. And from he was born, my son has been holding up his head very well. Putting down his head, the neck muscles are still coming in, so it gives a little headbutt situation, but holding up his head is really good. So I will say I'm definitely very proud of my son that he's been holding up his head from early. Even the soft spot on the top of his head closed very quickly because I always put him on his stomach to sleep. I don't put him on his back. Next thing you know, I got flat head. We got to go see doctors. We get in the helmet thing. Shout out to you if that's your experience. Drop down in the comments and let me know, but I try to avoid that as much as possible, and he's doing really well. So that is the first portion of the newborn routine that I tried to establish, and it's working so far. So now that I've hit 12 weeks, my next routine to establish is sleeping through the night. Stay tuned, girl, because that has been a rough one. My God. I would like to take this time to acknowledge and extend my love and support to all of us who are suffering from postpartum depression. But for me, thanks to my village, thanks to my mental state of mind, and thanks to everyone around me and all of the resources around me and all the people around me, I am not suffering from postpartum depression. However, I am suffering from postpartum exhaustion. I have never felt this level of tired in my life. I am what I would like to call a retired party girl. I would go out to a nightclub when they existed. I would go out to a nightclub, leave at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning when the sun is up, go home, take a shower, and go to work. And I mean work like in a retail store in the mall, Garden State Plaza to be exact. And I still have never felt the level of tired I currently feel. I don't know if it's age. I don't know if it's waking up every 2 or 3 hours to feed a baby. I don't know if it's always listening for a baby, whether he's rustling or tossing and turning in his crib, or if he's crying or fussing to get to him before he breaks his sleep and all hell breaks loose. And even when he's not with me and he's sleeping overnight at my dad's house or sleeping overnight at my sister's house, I still wake up every 2 or 3 hours like he's there. And it's just, I am and I don't know who else is feeling like this, or does it get better? How long does it take? I just want to feel like myself again when it comes to sleep and rest. And can I also say this? Sleep is the key to patience with a newborn. I am one of the most impatient humans on the face of the earth. Out of 7-8 billion of us, I hold the crown for impatience with adults and now with babies. And sleep has actually increased my patience with my son, and also decreased my patience with any adult who tries me. And I just want to say, if you too are suffering from postpartum exhaustion, I feel your pain. Let us hold hands and sleep. And drop down in the comments if you are also going through what you're going through, or if you went through it already. How did you cope? Did you ever go back to sleep normal? Ever? And I'm waiting for the day I can go back to sleep normal too. Every morning, my son and I do tummy time with the Love Every Play Kids. The black and white cards are great for his vision, and the rattling is good for his hand-eye coordination. So now that 12 weeks have passed, 4th trimester is over, my baby is officially 3 months old. He celebrated his first Halloween, his first Thanksgiving, and now he's gonna celebrate his first Christmas. And I am not a soft woman. I'm usually very icy. So now that I have a son, I've been completely mushy these past 12 weeks because he's so little and cute, and his little smiles with no teeth just make my heart melt. And I even bought a Christmas tree, as you saw in my last video, which I've never purchased a Christmas tree in the entire time I've lived in my condo, I've never bought a Christmas tree because I was just always ice cold. I never felt the warm fuzzies that I guess kids make you feel. So now that he is here with me, I just have all the cotton balls and all the mush because he's just so cute. And he loves Christmas trees. The lights and, you know, the blinking lights and glitter and ornaments and stuff. You know, he can't stop staring at it. And it's his first Christmas with gifts and family and pictures and all the things. So now that 3 months have passed, we have a sort of daily routine every day. And we wake up around 10 o'clock in the morning. Because he wakes up every 3 hours, so it's usually like a 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m. We wake up at around 10 a.m. every morning, and I do tummy time. I'll insert some pictures and videos somewhere in this video. And we do tummy time. We have rattles and toys that make noise, and I put him on his stomach, and he lifts his little legs and his little head, and he balances himself on his belly, or tummy, I should say. And I shake the toys to see if he'll reach and grab. He's not reaching and grabbing yet, but if you put his hands around it, he'll hold it and shake it. So we're making strides. And he falls back asleep around 12 o'clock, and then he wakes up at 3 p.m. I give him a bottle, you know, play with him a little bit more, and then around 4-ish or 5-ish, I give him bath time. And he's big enough to put in a baby bathtub. I just don't like to use it. Maybe when he's bigger I'll use it, but for right now I just wipe him down every day with Noodle and Boo baby body wash. And you know, I have a little song that I sing. I won't put that on the internet, that's just for me and my baby, but have a little song that I sing, and he likes it a lot. And then after we do bath time, which will be a separate video, but after we do bath time, I rub him down in coconut oil. I clean off his tongue because, you know, babies get the white tongue thing. I don't want to, you know, give him thrush, I think it's called. I clean his ears. I clean any little flaky boogers I see in his nose with a bulb syringe. And, you know, I get dressed. I get him dressed. So, and then we just spend the rest of the day trying to keep him awake so he sleeps through the night, which can be hard because he gets very fussy when he wants to sleep. And yes, at 12 weeks, instead of going to sleep, he cries instead of just going to sleep. So hopefully that level of fussiness can phase out and, you know, he can regulate a little bit better. But again, like I mentioned before, I'm also trying to establish a sleep through the night routine now that we hit 3 months. And I'm also trying to increase his learning activities so he can use his muscles, use his hand-eye coordination, and, you know, watch him develop every day. So that is my final wrap on my review for the 4th trimester. Hopefully I look pleasant enough because I am exhausted, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Watching my baby grow is just absolutely amazing and heartwarming, and I could not have asked for a better gift this year. So drop down in the comments to let me know how your 4th trimester experience is going. If you're expecting, if you have your baby already, if he's close to my baby's age, so we can go through this together. Let's get the conversation going, and I'll see y'all in my next video.